Welcome to the Diamond Report. Welcome to the Diamond Report. This is your host, Coach JJ Hollis, coming back to you live this week. Don't forget to tune in every week where we bring you some of the top college football players and top college coaches from around the country. Today's special guest here is a four-star recruit out of Marion Catholic High School in Chicago Heights, Illinois. I'm going to bring on now no, not commit, Kansas signee, Austin Alexander.
Yeah, how you doing?
Austin, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. How about you?
How's everything going?
Good, good, good.
Hey, man, first of all, congratulations.
Thanks.
You are now a Jayhawk.
Yeah,
How does that feel? How does that feel to be a Jayhawk right now?
it feels good. They on the roll, so it feels good.
They're actually playing tonight, right?
Yeah, he playing tonight. Playing right
All
now.
right, your team is playing tonight to become bowl champions. Get you a bowl championship shirt. You guys win tonight. Let me ask you a question. Uh, Last year, I do a lot of scouting around the country. Your name was doing some rumbling. You just all of a sudden like came out of nowhere, and I always saw the athleticism. I always saw it. What put you over the top to make schools like USC and Kansas and some of these other schools come in? What do you think did that for you?
Really, all the coaches told me I had great ball skills. That was probably one of my best attributes that I had, and I got that from
Okay.
playing baseball.
Okay. All right. So could you tell our fans and tell some of the Jayhawk fans out there that'll see this, give us your measurables. How tall, how much you
Uh,
weigh, and
I'm 6 foot. I think I have a 6'3.5" wingspan. I'm 165 right now. Getting that up. Yeah,
okay. You ran track last year, am I correct?
yeah, I ran track.
Okay. All right. Do you think that that helps you in any way during your football season this year?
Uh, it did the year before, but this
Okay.
past year I had messed up my hamstring a little bit. It's back though, but it
Okay.
definitely did before. It kept me in shape, kept me running.
Okay.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to some of the younger guys that are playing football and other sports? Would you suggest to them that they play multiple sports, run track, and things like that?
Yeah, definitely, especially in high school. I mean, you start as a freshman, you want to play as many sports as possible because you never know really what's your best sport till you get higher on the level. I mean, yeah.
What other sports did you play besides football and run track?
I played basketball and baseball.
Okay, so you are a four-sport athlete.
Yeah.
What made you concentrate on football, just football? What made you do that?
Um, Football has been a sport I've been playing for the longest, and it's just the it was one of those sports where I just love going to practice. Like baseball, I didn't really like going to practice, but like football is one of them sports. Like I get to go practice for football. So yeah.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you a question. You are a four-star kid. Tell me some of the other offers you had besides Kansas.
I had USC, Michigan, Illinois, Michigan State, um, Iowa State, uh,
Oh,
a lot of
man, that's a list.
yeah.
That's a list of some great Power Five programs, great Power Five coaches. You know what my next question is? What made you pick the University of Kansas? Well,
Well,
KU, Kansas University.
as I'm visiting different schools, I'm doing more research about the Big Ten, Big 12. I wanted to play in the Big 12, so
Okay.
then it was like, all right, I'm gonna go take a visit to Kansas. I'm not knowing what I'm going to. Like I'm thinking, you think of Kansas, you think I'm thinking it's like cornfields and nothing. But then I got there, it was dope. So all the coaches was genuine, everybody was cool. So I just decided to commit.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you just decided to say, hey, that's it for me. I'm committing to Kansas. How was that like for your family? How was that like for your friends? What did they think about your choice?
You know, my family was happy. Especially the recruiting process is a little over. Now it's just one school, so they wasn't worried about that anymore. So they was pretty happy. My friends, they was excited for me. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So my next question to you is, um, what type of hours? What would you say? What type of commitment did you have to do that you had to put in order to get this Division I scholarship? And what type of commitment can you tell our fans and other young guys that want to be like you? There's a lot of junior football kids I know that look up to you. And what advice would you give them? What type of work did you have to put in to get to this point?
Consistency mainly. So like the summer going into my junior year, I'm like, man, it's really about it. I mean, junior year super important. So I used to go to my backyard and just work on footwork drills every day. Go to the field with my friends. Like a lot of the stuff I had did to get better, I kind of did it on my own. Like I didn't want to go pay a trainer. I wanted to get it on my own. So
Okay, so what you just said was very important. I want a lot of recruits out there to listen to what he just said. He didn't have to go to a big turf field. He didn't have to work out with 30 people. He got in the backyard and got it in on his own. So I think that's very important. That's a very important point you just made, that you can get better by yourself. You can get better in the backyard. You can get better by just doing the drills and doing them. And you use the word that I think a lot of kids need to listen. You said consistency. And that's a big thing, staying consistent. I'm glad that you stay consistent. I know Kansas is especially glad
yeah.
that you stayed consistent. Okay, so my next question to you is, how hard did you have to work in the classroom? What type of grades and things do you have?
I had my transcripts from freshman year to junior year. I think I only had like one C on there. So my grades helped a lot. It wasn't a problem to coaches when they say send me the transcripts. I'm sending it right through. They wasn't worried about that.
So you have over 3.0. You say you had one C. That's very important. A lot of kids don't understand your grades when college coaches want to come recruit you. They want to make sure that they can check that box. They want to make sure that they can check that box that your grades are not a problem. What a lot of kids don't understand is that all coaches are being judged on their graduation rates. And if they don't graduate kids on a regular basis, they lose scholarships. So a kid like you, 1C through his junior year, it was a no-brainer for them to offer you and stay on you. I've been following you a lot, and I saw that a lot of coaches were high on you, were very high on you. Okay, what do you think was one of your attributes that made coaches around the country? I mean, those some big time offers: Michigan, Michigan State, Iowa, Kansas. What do you think was one of your main attributes that made those coaches aware that Austin Alexander was one of the top defensive backs in the country? What do you think made them offer you, and what made you one of the top rated DBs in the country?
Um, as I said, the ball skills, the in my film, I show a lot of press man, and then not only was I playing DB, I was playing safety. I was playing wide receiver, punt return, kick return. So the versatility and what I had that's what made college coaches come at me.
Hey, so you were a punt returner, kick
Yeah.
return, defense, offense. You played it all. So you were a kid that wasn't afraid to stay on the field the whole game. You had to put in a lot of work in order to do that.
Yeah.
Um, Now going into college, when will you be reporting to Kansas?
I'm going June 1st. Yeah.
You're going June 1st.
Yeah.
So you're going to finish out your senior year. You won't be reporting early.
No.
So you'll be finishing out your senior year. What are you looking forward to most going into the second semester? Now that you're all locked up, now that everything's over, the recruiting process is over,
Yeah.
what are some of the things that you're looking forward to in the second semester of your senior year?
Really, probably most importantly, enjoying the rest of my time that I got specifically out here, and then just working at this point, cause I'm put on some muscle, some weight, get faster, So that's pretty much it.
Okay. Do you plan on going in red shirt, or do you want to go in and make an instant impact in the program immediately?
Uh, I want to go in trying to make an impact, but if it's something I have to do, red shirt, I mean, I got to sit behind some league bound corners, so it's like that wouldn't be the worst decision in the world.
Okay, yeah, you got a couple of guys there at Kansas right now. They're actually talking about a pregame right now. That are going to be some guys that are going to be corners that are going to be looked at next year in the 2025 draft. So you'll be learning from some great guys. Um, Also, Marian Catholic High School. A lot of kids coming out of junior football and all that. What was your biggest adjustment going into high school? What was the biggest thing you had to get used to going from junior football to high school? What was your biggest adjustments you had to make?
I would probably say like junior football. I wouldn't say you really. I would say probably the practice. That would have to be the biggest thing because junior football, you just scrimmaging the whole time, you're doing hits. But like high school football, you doing drills. It's something you gotta love to actually play. It's not
Yeah.
just all fun and games every practice. So it's something you actually gotta love to play.
I, I want you to, you got to love the game.
Yeah.
Okay. I think one of the biggest things that a lot of high school football players don't understand, I'm glad you brought that big point up. College coaches are recruiting and want those kids that love the game of football. Because once you get to college, totally different ball game. Totally different ball game. It's football from sun up to sundown. So you gotta love it. I'm a former Division I athlete. So one of the things that I had to get used to when I got to college was the time schedule, time management. Because you'll see other students that are not athletes, once they get out of class, their day is over. Your day is just beginning. So what is some of the things that you're looking forward to in your transition from high school to college? What do you think will be your biggest challenge in that transition?
Definitely the time management because for Kansas, schedules is different. They got morning practices, so it actually the opposite from like 5 to like probably I think 1 or 12 they said or 2. You done with football. You go to class and that's the day. So the hardest part for me is gonna be I'm not a big morning person, so that's gonna be the hardest part for me. So I don't know.
Hey, that's gonna be so. You guys practice at what time in the morning?
He said as close to reporting to the facility as 5:30.
5:30 in the morning, and you say you're not a morning person. So will you try to mimic that? getting closer to the time, or will you just
Yeah.
be in culture shock when you get there? Well,
Now I'm gonna try to
what?
I'm gonna I'm gonna try to mimic it, but
Oh,
I mean, worst case scenario, I'm easy to adapt when I get there.
there you go. There you go. There you go, man. I am. I'm gonna love to see you play. I'm gonna love to see you work there at Kansas. I'll be keeping close tabs on you there at Kansas. Could you give us a synopsis? I want you to give us a breakdown of recruiting, how the recruiting process was for you, and what do you think are some of the negatives and positives about the recruiting process?
A recruiting process, it was kind of long, I would say. I mean, you guys helped me, Coach Crosley. They helped me get my name out there, and then it was trying to get that first offer, and then I got that first offer, and they start rolling in. But at the same time, college coaches would really, I wouldn't say they'll tell you anything, but they'll tell you anything just for you to get there. They'll tell you what you want to hear. So that's probably what kind of separate different schools. I kind of feel towards the one who felt genuine because I don't mind sitting a year, uh, but coach is telling me I'm coming in and play a big, but definitely.
Okay. So the recruiting process was a long, drawn out process for you, but I see that you picked up on some of the stuff. This is one of the things I wanted to let kids give a kids some heads up on. A college coach is going to tell you what you want to hear because he wants you to get there. Okay? But understand when you get there, that coach gonna be a little different because he's coaching you now. He already has you. So some of that coaching is, hey, we want you here and everything sounds good. But boy, when he gets you there,
Yeah.
when they get you there, that's when that coaching and that's when that hard coaching and all that comes in. Are you a player that enjoys hard coaching? Do you want it, or are you one of those players that shies away from hard coaching, or do you want a coach to be hard on you to get you better? What type of player are you?
Really, I don't mind a coach yelling at me, being hard on me. It's like I understand either way. Either way they try to coach, I understand because I had it all.
Okay. All right. So you've had all types of coaches. So it's not gonna bother you getting into college, um, being coached hard. Do you have any? What are you gonna major in when you go to college?
I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna go in undecided and get like the core classes out the way, and then try to decide.
Okay. All right. All right. So you're going to. Do you have any NFL aspirations?
I definitely do. I mean, I feel like if as long as I could prove myself in college, I could go as far as I want.
Now you started off as a 3-star recruit,
Yeah,
and then you got your 4-star. Am I correct?
yeah.
All right, being a 4-star recruit, um, talk to me about and talk to our audience about the NIL process. Have you gotten involved in NIL? NIL is name, image, likeness. College athletes are now able to make money off of their name, image, and likeness. Have you been involved in that already, or will you be
I
involved when you get to Kansas?
I'll definitely be involved when I get to Kansas. I haven't been involved yet.
Okay, so you haven't been involved. Did they talk to you about any NIL opportunities you may have when you get there? Did any of that come up during your recruiting process?
I mean, they explained like what it was, how it goes, pretty much.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay, so you'll be looking to get some NIL opportunities when you get there, and just looking forward to that whole process. I've always believed that your jersey is being worn by 50% of the people in the stands. You should make some money off that. I've always believed that, and now I'm glad that the NCAA has instituted the name, image, likeness. Um, I see some people making, what's crazy is there's some guys in college football right now making more money than some of the NFL players are making in their rookie contracts. So
Yeah.
that's making some kids stay in school a little longer, you know. When you say you're gonna go into school undecided,
Yeah.
uh, and you will make your decision after you've taken a lot of that, your gen ed classes and all that. What was one of the biggest things you liked about Kansas that said, I'm going to be a Jayhawk and Lawrence is going to be my home for the next 4 to 5 years?
Really how they turned the program around. Like how it was just a basketball school a few years ago, and now it's kind of become both. So now when I get there, we keep going better and better. It's like, man, then the college football players playoffs going to what, 12 teams.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah,
look forward to playing in that.
yeah. Hey, so one of the things I love to hear what you just said was team. That team aspect. I want us to keep growing, get in the college football playoff. I want to be that guy to make a difference. Uh, that's big time. That's a big time thing to do when you go into these schools is talking team, team, team. Because at the end of the day, if you do your job, big things are going to happen for you on and off the field. Um, so one of my last questions I'm going to ask you is, um, what will you do when you get to Kansas? What number will you wear? Have they gave you your number already?
No, they haven't given me a number, but
Do you have a particular number you want to wear? It doesn't matter.
it matters. But I know I gotta go down there and prove myself
Mhm.
So I don't want to end up with no bogus number. But I
So you
um
don't so you don't want to end up with number 52.
nah, nothing like that.
I get it. I get it, man. I get it. Um, Let me ask you a question. What are some of your um, do you have any friends right now or any teammates that that you feel will be next up coming up?
Um, right now my one of my friends, he's Andre Lovett. I grew up playing football with him since a kid. He on the come up. Uh,
He on the team with you at Marion Catholic?
nah, he went to he goes to Eisenhower. He's a junior.
He's at oh, I know something about Mr. Lovett.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we played them this year, and yeah, yeah, he's a basketball player too, right?
Yeah, but he ain't really played this year. I mean, I played with that whole team.
Okay,
So
that's good, man. That's good. Any other kids that you want to highlight that you feel will be next up coming up?
you know, he transferred, but Tyler Lofton from Marion, he transferred to Brother Rice. Um, can't think of none right off. He said what?
What position?
Running back.
Running back. Running back from Marion Catholic transferred to Brother Rice.
Yeah,
He transferred this semester.
yeah.
Okay, so he's transferring to Brother Rice from Marion Catholic. Look out for What's his name?
Tyler Lofton.
Tyler Lofton. We'll be looking out for him. Well, we've loved having you on the Diamond Report. Thank you for coming on. Is there anything right now you want to say to any of the Jayhawk fans that'll be watching this from all over the country? What type of young man and what type of player are the Jayhawks getting and you?
Y'all getting a baller. That's the straight baller who love to play football.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Hey, Austin. Hey, man, congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
And thank you for coming on the Diamond Report. We greatly appreciate it. Remember, we are live right now on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So you can check out Austin Alexander on any of those platforms right now. And after the show, the podcast is on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and YouTube Podcasts. Okay, so you can watch Austin on any of those platforms, listen to him on the way to work in the morning, and listen to this great young man talk about how he ended up as a signee to the University of Kansas. He is now a Jayhawk. Congratulations, Austin. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for being part of the Diamond Report.
Thank you.
All right. That was Austin Alexander, defensive back, 4-star defensive back from Marion Catholic High School. Tune in next week when we'll have one of the top kids in the country here on the Diamond Report. We'll be talking to some college coaches as well. And remember, tune in every week here because we're going live on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch each and every week here on the Diamond Report. If you'd like to subscribe to the YouTube channel at Diamond Report. Go to YouTube, subscribe to our channel. And if you'd like to hit me up on any social media, I am at Mr. Kankakee on Twitter. I am at The Best Scout, DABESTSCOUT, The Best Scout, The Best Scout 2, The Best Reporter is the Diamond Report that this show's on. Okay. And come out and at Diamond Athletes. All right. Again, this is Coach JJ Hollis. Thank you for tuning into the Diamond Report and I appreciate everything you do. As you can see, if you want anything, if you're interested in advertising or doing anything on the Diamond Report, make sure to hit me up on any of my social media. I will wear your garments. I will do anything. We can do some creative advertising here with the Diamond Report, okay? Thank you all for tuning in. God bless you and have a great week. See you next week on the Diamond Report.